What to feed a dog with diarrhea will help it recover quickly. If your puppy has diarrhea, most people will focus on treatment methods, right? But did you know that if we combine it with a suitable diet during this period, it will help our dog recover faster and prevent dangerous complications? Today, I will share with you how to help a dog with diarrhea recover quickly through a special diet. And now, let's get into the content of the video. To recognize that a dog has diarrhea, you can look for signs such as loose stools, soft stools, and stools that form piles instead of bars. And sometimes they can be accompanied by mucus around them. And if the dog defecates like that 3 or more times within 24 hours, we can confirm that the dog has diarrhea. Not all cases of diarrhea require a visit to the vet. However, it is important to know when we can treat diarrhea for pets at home and when you need to contact the doctor immediately. The method of treating diarrhea at home is only applicable when our puppy is still agile, alert, and still has signs of appetite. However, if the puppy has vomited a lot, stopped eating, and is exhausted, we should not be subjective. When you start to notice signs of diarrhea in your dog, the first thing you should do is stop feeding your dog all types of food, including pate or snacks, for 12 to 18 hours. Of course, water must still be provided. This fasting will help the dog's digestive system have time to clean and rest, especially when our dog eats poor quality food, spoiled food, food that it cannot absorb. It will have time to expel it all. I see many people sharing on the internet, on groups, that when dogs have diarrhea, we must immediately give them anti-diarrheal medicine. But in reality, this point of view is completely wrong. The process of diarrhea is the body's way of expelling harmful things from its body. Giving anti-diarrheal medicine will make these toxins, bacteria, or unabsorbed food stay longer in the intestines and cause much greater harm. After the fasting period ends, we will apply a diet called a training diet or an easy-to-digest diet. Studies have shown that pumpkin and chicken are the best choices in supporting the treatment of diarrhea in dogs. First of all, why do we choose chicken, especially chicken breast, instead of pork or beef? Because the fat content in chicken is the least compared to the other two meats, so it is very easy to digest and does not make dogs or cats feel heavy in the stomach. Why choose pumpkin? Because pumpkin contains 5 times more soluble fiber than white rice. Thanks to this soluble fiber, it will slow down the movement of stool in the digestive tract, reducing the frequency of bowel movements of dogs. At the same time, this soluble fiber coats and soothes intestinal irritation, reducing stomach pain. In addition, when dogs have diarrhea, they often lose important electrolytes, especially potassium, right? And in pumpkin, the amount of potassium is 10 times higher than in rice. This is a huge advantage of pumpkin over rice in the diet for dogs with diarrhea. And finally, cereals like rice or oats are not really suitable foods for carnivores like dogs and cats. Dogs and cats can digest cereals when their digestive system is healthy, but when they have diarrhea, when we feed them cereals, their digestive system has to work too hard, and they recover more slowly. And based on the 2 reasons above, we should use pumpkin instead of rice, and chicken breast instead of beef and pork. To make a diet for dogs and cats with diarrhea, you need to prepare fresh pumpkin. Peel and remove the seeds. Cut the chicken breast into small pieces and then mix the pumpkin with chicken in a 50-50 ratio. Boil these 2 ingredients first, then put them in a blender and mix them well. Then pour the mixture back into the boiled water and boil until the water is gone. Then divide it into several meals a day. If you don't use it, put it in a sealed container and store it in the refrigerator at 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. When you feed it, heat it up in the microwave. If we want our dog to recover well, we should feed it little by little, not too much at first, even though it is very hungry after a period of fasting. You only feed it a little bit, About 3 spoons at a time is more than enough. Dividing the meals into small portions will help the dog's digestive system not be overloaded, and its body will absorb the nutrients in its food better. And you need to maintain this diet for at least 48 hours. Even when our dog has stopped having diarrhea and its stool is nice, you still have to feed it this diet until the 3rd day. Then you start mixing this easily digestible food with the daily food in a 50-50 ratio. Then on the 4th day, you can completely switch to the old diet. If our dogs have never eaten pumpkin or do not like pumpkin, you can try replacing it with other tubers, such as yams, sweet potatoes, or mashed potatoes instead of pumpkin. But the most important thing is that you still have to maintain the 50-50 ratio, so that the source of fiber and protein is still guaranteed so that the dog can digest it easily. Many people are too frugal and give little chicken but a lot of potatoes, so it becomes very sticky and the dog has difficulty eating it and often chokes. So just make sure it is 50-50. In the process of monitoring the dog's diarrhea, if you see that after 48 hours, even though you have fasted and changed the food to easily absorbed food, the diarrhea has not improved at all, or even the dog has other symptoms such as vomiting more, fever, not eating or drinking, lying in one place, sleeping lethargically, and the mucous membranes of the mouth are pale, then you should not hesitate any longer. You must take him to the vet immediately for examination and specialized treatment. This is very necessary because dehydration cannot be prolonged. It can be dangerous to the life of the puppy. You should only apply this method when the dog only has mild diarrhea due to digestive disorders or simple factors such as catching a cold or eating bad food that it cannot absorb. And that is the basic information to help you answer the question of what to feed a dog with diarrhea. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments section so that I can support you. And if you find this video useful, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.
Thank you for visiting. We'll see you next time.